Coming up on this hour of Chris 6 Sunrise, charges have been filed against the alleged gunman behind the assassination of Charlie Kirk. We have the details on his next hearing.
And here's a look at what other stories we're covering in your neighborhood.
Steering you into the right direction. I'm Stephanie Molina in Robstown, learning about a free registry program aimed at helping people in this community during an emergency event.
Breaking barriers and building trust. I'm Michaela Chavez with a look at a local program hoping to break the silence around mental health in Hispanic communities.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Chris 6 Sunrise. Thank you so much for waking up with the Hoffmans. I'm Michelle Hoffman.
And I'm Brian Hoffman. Yeah, it's a Wednesday, halfway through the week. I hope it's been good so far. But you know what always puts us in a good mood? Miss Diamond Dixon. She joins us here in the studio. Hey, good morning, Diamond. How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning, Michelle and Brian. Doing well. I think I'm on the struggle bus this morning with energy, but it's okay. It's okay. We're pushing along because that's what we do.
I'll send some your way.
Oh, thank you. Sparkle dust. Sparkle dust.
Sparkle dust.
Well, that's right. Well, looking at what's happening in your neighborhood as far as traffic flow, well, as I always say, green is good. We get a closer look from Portland to the Harbor Bridge. We still have a good flow going. So if you are headed out over the Harbor Bridge, words are hard right now this morning, then you're fine. You're doing okay. You will make it to your destination with plenty of time to spare. Ocean Drive also looking good for us, as well as SPID with a minor slowdown along Saratoga. That's going to be along South Staple Street and a little bit north of South Staple Street where we see that slowdown. And this is around the time that the kiddos are probably being sent off to high school, since high school starts pretty early. Waldron Road looking good. Minor slowdown still along Flower Bluff Drive, but it does look like it's improved since our 5 o'clock hour. And the JFK Causeway is also looking good and green. Looking at your drive times this morning from downtown to the island, 21 minutes. Portland to downtown, 8 minutes. And Cow to downtown, 14 minutes.
Thank you so much, Diamond. Appreciate it. We're going to get back to your neighborhood news in just a bit, folks, but first, some national headlines for you. Testimony continues today from FBI Director Kash Patel, this time in front of the House Judiciary Committee. Patel testified in front of the Senate on Tuesday. Scripps News spoke with some lawmakers after the hearing on their opinion of Patel.
He is not qualified for that position. That's why I voted against him. And his short tenure there, purging the office of valuable agents, many of them who have received commendations for their work, purging them because they investigated January 6th. This is a crisis of leadership at the FBI, and I worry about how much it's making us less safe.
Well, Patel faces further questions from House lawmakers, too, including his leadership of the FBI, as well as his handling of the murder investigation for conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
House Republicans have released a proposal to fund the government through November 21st and avert a government shutdown the end of this month. The 7-week stopgap bill would buy more time to negotiate a broader deal. The plan is not bipartisan and contains no provisions that Democrats want. Most House Democrats are expected to vote against the proposal. If so, that would force House Speaker Mike Johnson and Republicans to deliver the votes on their own. House leadership hopes to vote on the bill Friday, the last day before Congress leaves for a week-long recess for Rosh Hashanah. And Congress is taking action to combat crime in Washington, D.C. The House passed 2 D.C. crime bills. The bills targeted juvenile crime. One bill would lower the age a juvenile can be tried as an adult for certain violent crimes from 16 to 14. Another bill would require the D.C. Attorney General to publish juvenile crime statistics on a public website. The House also is considering other measures to deal with crime in the city. It comes after President Donald Trump deployed the National Guard to D.C. to help local police fight crime.
Well, a suspect charged in the assassination of Charlie Kirk appeared virtually in a Provo, Utah courtroom on Tuesday. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson is being charged with aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm, and a handful of other obstruction charges. Robinson has yet to be appointed an attorney. His next hearing is scheduled for September 29th. The Utah County Attorney has said that he will seek the death penalty. There was also more evidence released specifically around the rifle, which was revealed to have been given to him as a gift and had his DNA on the trigger.
Robstown Police Mike Tamez tells Chris 6 News the State of Texas Emergency Assistance Registry, known as the STEER program, is designed to connect first responders with people in need of help during an emergency. The chief says his officers are taking it a step further. Chief Mike Tamez points out it's not just about signing up through the state's website, but also making sure officers meet residents in person and ask for more information. Gaudencio Larel has lived in Robstown 40 years and tells me STEER could be beneficial to some. The police chief plans to have 2 officers assigned 3 zones covering the west, central, and east portions of the city. Robstown Police plan to do a 6-month evaluation for people who are registered to make sure their information is current.
All right, well, city crews have been working to upgrade the traffic signals at the intersection of Staple Street and McArdle. The new traffic signs will be up and running after testing is completed today. Drivers should expect daytime closures at the intersection while crews test and remove existing traffic signals. And over the next month, crews will be working on various upgrades to sidewalks and crosswalks in the area.
Welcome back there, Coastal Valley. Meteorologist Simon Dixon here. Looking at our current conditions for here in Corpus Christi, we are sitting at 74 degrees. We feel like 74, and we have a little bit of a north wind around 6 miles per hour. Around this time, we usually see our winds under 10 miles per hour throughout our neighborhood. So that's as expected. They'll continue to pick up as we get closer to our afternoon hours, and that's going to be around our warmest part of the day between 2 and 4. Now, looking at that wake up forecast, we come out of the 70s into our 9 o'clock hour at 81 degrees, mid 80s by 10 o'clock, 87 by 11. Doppler radar showing us the last 6 hours of our shower activity, rainfall. A lot of that is associated over the Gulf, then moving inland. It's going to really grace our coastal neighborhoods first before then moving inland. Now, when we talk about moving inland, that's going to be around this afternoon, but really starting as early as 11 into 12. Now, with our forecast for today, we're looking at a high of about 92. So what does that really look like in terms of our day? Well, it's still going to be sunny for the most part, but we still have our isolated showers. And yesterday, if you joined us, we talked about being in the 80s for so long, but we were able to then warm up to 91. So this week, those temperatures will be near normal through the rest of the week as well. And as we get to 92, that's going to happen a little bit later for us. So looking at Future Tracker, we can really see the shower activity picking up around 7 o'clock this morning into even 9 o'clock. That's going to be a thunderstorm that's going to be a little bit south of us, but not too far away. We'll start to see that shower activity towards Alice into 11 o'clock, and then into 1 and 2 p.m. A lot of that shower activity moves far out to the west towards Freer, a little bit south near Hepburnville, and we're going to clear up our shower activity, especially along the coast around 4 to 5 p.m. So we clear out a little bit sooner than what we did yesterday, which would allow us to stay a little bit warmer longer. So we'll keep an eye on this forecast together, and we'll be tracking our showers and the rainfall that we're also expecting this weekend. This weekend's rainfall chances are a little bit more abundant than what we've seen so far this week. So that's all coming up.
I'm Joe St. George in Washington. Even more changes when it comes to vaccine guidance is expected soon. We'll explain the controversy, what changes may be on the horizon, and what conversations you should be having with your doctor. Next.
Hey everyone, welcome back. It's 6:12 this Wednesday morning. You're getting a live look right now at the traffic flowing through the SPID Skycam. Looking pretty good right now. We got some busy bees up early heading to work or school. We hope you guys have a wonderful day. 75 degrees outside right now. Of course, we will check in with meteorologist Diamond Dixon. She has your forecast. But first, we have some national news to get to. Happening today, recently fired CDC Director Susan Monterez is set to testify before Congress about her recent dismissal. Now, the hearing is taking place ahead of a Thursday meeting of a panel that advises the CDC on vaccines, with vaccine changes and vaccine guidance expected. Now, Scripps News Group's Joe St. George takes a closer look at the controversy, potential changes, and what doctors say you should do if you're struggling with whether or not you should even get a shot.
If If you're confused whether to get a vaccine or have your child receive a vaccine, you are not alone. But one thing is clear, expect even more confusion in the weeks to come as a newly formed vaccine advisory panel is set to soon make even more changes. Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has instituted a host of reforms since being picked by President Trump to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, with much of his controversial changes centering around vaccines. Since taking office, Kennedy has removed 17 members of the influential Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices. He has since appointed 12 new members who are set to meet for the first time as a group publicly on Thursday. The new members include a host of medical professionals who have been skeptical of past vaccine practices. Now, before we go any further, we should talk about why this vaccine committee matters in the first place. You see, it advises the CDC on what, when, and how often vaccines should be administered. And while the CDC has final say, it can impact which vaccines are free or covered by insurance. It can also impact what pediatricians tell their patients.
The committee that's formed right now is not a committee that I am looking to for vaccine recommendations as a pediatrician.
Dr. David Higgins is a pediatrician with the University of Colorado Anschutz Medical Campus. He says Kennedy's reforms thus far have created division and frustration within the medical community, leading to many doctors now seeking vaccine guidance elsewhere. Higgins says this is also resulting in confused patients and parents.
I empathize with a parent who says, I'm really confused. So I encourage parents to first try to talk to their child's pediatrician.
A recent study by KFF and the Washington Post found that about 1 in 6 parents, around 16%, have delayed or skipped at least one vaccine for their children. Kennedy explained his vaccine position to Congress in early September.
I understand some medicines harm people. Some of them have risks. Some of them have benefits that outweigh those risks for certain populations, and the same is true with vaccines.
Among the vaccine changes possible this week include a change in guidance on when to administer the hepatitis B vaccine. For more than 30 years, the CDC has advised infants receive their first hepatitis B shot at birth. Joe St. George, Scripps News Group, Washington.
Welcome back there, Coastal Bend. Well, we have a live look outside our USS Lexington Skycam. Well, once again, we're looking good outside. A couple of showers that we've seen already close to the coast that will continue to grace upon our neighborhoods this morning and into the afternoon. Now, looking at some of those current conditions right now in your neighborhood, we're at 74 in Corpus Christi, 75 in Beeville, 80 in Port Aransas, 75 for Rockport, 74 for Alice, 72 for Kingsville, 77 the Naval Air Station, and Hebbronville at 70. Now, our visibility is looking pretty good this morning amongst our neighborhoods. A lot of us are seeing a little bit of a north wind also, but under 10 miles per hour, which is also expected around this time of morning. We can see those feel-like temperatures are also pretty close to our actual air temperature. We see slight variation there at Port Aransas where the water is just going to be a little bit warmer. Current winds, as we said, north wind, calm winds under 10 miles per hour. They take a slight shift to the east this afternoon when we see more of our shower activity. And the Doppler radar showing us the last 6 hours of those showers. A lot of that activity is hanging out over the Gulf, moving then inland, starting first with our coastal neighborhoods before going inland towards our afternoon hours, similar to yesterday. So with our rainfall yesterday, we saw the most rain, a little over ½ an inch in Port Aransas. A lot of our rain stayed pretty close to the coast for us. We had almost 3/10 of an inch in Corpus Christi and a little over 4/10 of an inch in Ingleside. So we did get some rain, but today we'll see more of the rain also in the morning, similar to yesterday. You could see though a little bit more activity though, more of the thunderstorm mix than just straight showers and stray showers moving. So into 11 o'clock, we'll start to see more of that activity in Corpus Christi, also moving west towards Alice and Freer, as well as Hebbronville. So we're going to continue to see those showers. We clear along the coast around 5 o'clock this evening, and we will wrap up rather soon and be cleared for the rest of the night amongst all of our neighborhoods. So Past 10 hours, we were in the low 80s around 8 o'clock, and now we're in kind of the low to mid 70s. We'll then hit back to the 80s closer to 11 o'clock. And yesterday we hit a high of 91 degrees. So that record was back in 1954 with 101. So thankfully we weren't 10 degrees warmer, because that would be a pretty hot one. We're still looking at rain chances though in the forecast. We still have those rain chances today, but they're increasing this weekend into our Saturday and Sunday. That's where we're expected to see the more abundant rainfall.
Low lake levels continue to be a major concern for small cities like Mathis. I'm Victoria Valderrama. I'll tell you about their game plan to keep water running in the city.
Welcome back, folks. So longtime viewers may know each and every Wednesday I take a look at these grocery prices, making sure that your dollar goes a little bit further. Well, I've got some updates for you too, because they seem to be on the rise, at least in some categories. I'll get to that in a little bit, but let's start off with the price of a carton of eggs, shall we? H-E-B comes in third place, $2.87. Second place is Target, $2.79. First place, Walmart, $2.72. Bit of a fluctuation there, but onto a loaf of bread. Target, third place, $1.49. Second place, Walmart, $1.27. First place, $1.25 over at H-E-B. Now, here's when we start to see some shakeups here. H-E-B, when it comes to the price of a gallon of milk, is $2.92. Walmart, $2.82. Target, first place for milk, at least since I've started tracking these prices, $2.59. If you notice, it's an upset of about 30 to 40 cents in some areas, so watch out for that one. Rounding things off, ground beef. Target actually increased their prices by 50 cents since last week, sitting at $6.99, almost $7 there. H-E-B comes in second place at $4.79. $4.44 is the cheapest place I was able to find over at Walmart, although I hear some certain meat markets do have some cheaper prices. As always, if you can find any cheaper prices than these guys that I've mentioned, throw them in your cart while you can, maybe stack up a bit. I'll have all these prices on our website too, under the consumer prices. That's on KrisTV.com.
All right, you guys, it's 6:23 this morning with a view of our USS Lexington Skycam overlooking the new Harbor Bridge. Traffic seems to be moving pretty smoothly over there. We could take a closer look at our traffic flow maps to see exactly how we're doing. From Portland to the Harbor Bridge, as we just saw on our Skycam, seems to be moving pretty smooth this morning at 6:23. Ocean Drive also looking good, as well as SPID, and that minor slowdown that we saw along South Staples Street and north of South Staples Street has now cleared, so traffic is looking good along Saratoga this morning. From Waldron Road, we're looking at still a minor slowdown in the past 10 to 15 minutes. Flower Bluff Drive also improved just recently, and the JFK Causeway looking good and clear for a smooth commute. Well, that's it for your traffic for now. More news and weather ahead.
I'm Tony Jaramillo on the South Side, where a local nurse's own experience in the NICU inspired her to change careers. Now she's guiding other families through the same journey.
Now, weather on the 6s.
Welcome back there, Coastal Bend. Well, we have a live look outside our CCAC camera overlooking Snoopy's Pier. Traffic moving along this morning. Maybe you're out hitting the roads, of course, headed to work just at 6:26. Now, once again, we're expecting some shower activity to start picking up in the next 30 minutes. So how does that really look for us and pan out for our morning? Well, a lot of our shower activity right now is over the Gulf, and it's moving towards our neighborhoods into our 7 o'clock hour and through 9 this morning and 10. Some of that also stays a little south of Corpus Christi before moving a little bit more inland this afternoon, and that's all going to take shape around 11 and 12. So looking at our current temperatures right now here in the Coastal Bend, we're having a little temperature variation. Of course, warmest is going to be near the coast at Port Aransas at 80 degrees. Then we're looking at 74 for here in Corpus Christi. And we're also looking at 71 for Cotulla and Hebbronville, as well as Alice. Now, our winds are also out of the north right now. A little bit calmer winds, around 6 miles per hour for here in Corpus Christi. They'll pick up this afternoon and shift to the east, and that will be our current winds of the day for us, east-northeast pattern and northeast. And once again, we talked about Doppler radar, the last 6 hours of shower activity. A lot of that is moving more inland, now closer to the coast, as well as a little bit south of Corpus Christi. And we'll also see that in future tracker of what that shower activity will look like headed towards the later portion of this morning. So into 8 o'clock even, you can see that more thunderstorm activity is anticipated a little bit further south of Corpus Christi, moving in our area closer to 11 in Alice and Freer and Hebbronville through 1 and 2 o'clock. We clear a little bit sooner today along the coast closer to 4 and 5 p.m. where we'll still then see the shower activity a little bit south of Hebbronville around that time and Falfurrias, and clearing out for the night into early Thursday morning. But our rainfall is still here in place as far as rain chances increasing for Saturday, Sunday, and even into early next week. We see some of that rain as well between stray and isolated showers. Now, you still have to walk your dog. Well, this is a picture of Tucker, and through the morning, what we look like, once again, some of that rainfall between 77 and 85 degrees. Once again, that wind shift to the east. It'll be a little bit of a wet walk, if you will, but nonetheless, we'll walk our furry friends. Forecast highs today have a little bit of a range. You can see 80s along the coast, low 90s for Corpus Christi and our surrounding neighbors such as Orange Grove, Santan, and Beeville and George West. Those high temperatures for this week are pretty much near normal. We'll see a slight increase in temperature for Monday, September 22nd. That's going to be the start of our fall season. So what do you need for the rest of this week? You can still, once again, as I say, keep the umbrella on standby, but for the most part, temperatures are near normal all week. So we do get a little bit of break from that really increasing heat that we were used to seeing as we approach fall season.
Diamond, thank you so much. So if you think a powwow is just about music and dancing, think again. For this week's Veterans in Focus, I'll show you how a fun event coming to your neighborhood is also bringing honor and respect.
Welcome back, folks. So it was the first place that they'd stopped to eat when coming into town, and last place before heading back home. Meet Brett Wenzel, the new owner of the popular Mexican restaurant Kiko's on Everhart. The College Station native and his wife will be making Corpus Christi their permanent home. As we first told you, Kiko's officially changed owners last week. Wenzel knows how big of a staple Kiko's is, which is why he doesn't plan on making any big changes and will continue to keep the traditions.
So yeah, we're discovering new things as we walk around the restaurant, paintings on the wall and different things. But the people here in Corpus, they know exactly what it is, and that's what makes it so great.
So Wenzel says that his favorite thing about the restaurant is the food, especially the enchiladas.
This is Veterans in Focus, sponsored by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.
After a powerful comeback last year, the Veterans Powwow is set to make its mark again this Saturday. And it's more than just a gathering. It's a place where tradition meets tribute.
Every year we want to try to have something that people may have never seen before.
The Lipan Apache Tribe of Texas is once again hosting the Veterans Powwow at the Hillard Center, formerly the American Bank Center.
Last year was a huge success. I was really proud to hear that Corpus was showing out. They really showed out. I'm so thankful for my city.
From sunup to sundown, guests can expect to be immersed in traditions rich with history and filled with meaning.
We're going to have competition-style dancing. It's exhilarating. There's the different dance styles. We have men, women's categories in all age groups, and we're going to have food there this year. We didn't last year, but this year we're going to have Indian tacos, fry bread.
But beyond the music, movement, and flavors, they'll take a moment for those who served.
We love to honor all veterans because a lot of our ancestors, a lot of our elders, a lot of our brothers and sisters in the tribe serve at a very high rate in this country.
And while the tribe honors its own, the tribute extends to veterans from every walk of life.
We have honor songs for veterans. As a tribe, we will honor a special veteran from our tribe with the war bonnet.
Bringing together tradition, community resources, and heartfelt tributes. For many, last year's event stuck with them, including a familiar Marine Corps veteran who walked in with curiosity.
It was my first veterans powwow, which I loved, and I stayed like for 6 hours.
And he left with something deeper, thanks to the sound of the drums and sense of familiarity.
As soon as I walked in, it just resonated. It hit hard, right? It hits you in the soul. And that's one thing that I really loved about the Veterans Powwow last year, is that I've never experienced it, but I felt like I was at home.
And folks, the Veterans Powwow takes place this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. It's free and open to all, and if you would like to actually help behind the scenes, the tribe is still welcoming volunteers. For details, head to our website, christv.com.
Welcome back there. Coastal Bend. Meteorologist Devin Dixon here, looking at Future Tracker. Okay, in the next 30 minutes to less, we're going to see more of that shower activity closer to the coast near Corpus Christi. Some of that thunderstorm activity is a little bit south of us, but we're seeing a lot of that rainfall activity happening well over the Gulf, moving more inland. And even into 8 o'clock, we will see the bulk of our rainfall along the coast for a majority of the rainfall that will exist today. Now, around 11 o'clock, we start to extend a little bit more west, and that's going to go towards Alice and Freer and Hebronville and into our 3 and 4 o'clock hour into 5. By 5, we're clearing along the coast, and most of our neighborhoods have experienced the rest of the rainfall for the day. The remainder that will then be left is going to be pretty much south of Hebronville and Falfurrias for our evening clearing from overnight into our early Thursday. Thursday's rain chances look a little bit lower before kind of increasing into our weekend. So to start your half a day here, we're going to be at 75 into our 8 o'clock hour, breaking into the 80s by 9 o'clock. We also have our northeast wind that will be just shy of 10 miles per hour, shifting to the east at 11. We'll still be in the 80s by 1 o'clock this afternoon, where we should still get a little bit sunshine there in the forecast for us. So we'll have more weather on the way.
From Chris 6, this is 20 minutes of non-stop news.
Hey, welcome back, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for our 20 minutes of non-stop news with the Hoffmans. I'm Brian Hoffman.
And I'm Michelle Hoffman. We have plenty of neighborhood news for you this morning, but first, let's check in with meteorologist Diamond Dixon in for Julia today. Good morning, Diamond.
Good morning, Michelle and Brian. Okay, I'm starting to wake up a little bit more. We're just like
you got the sparkles.
Going down. Well, looking at traffic, I always say that green is good. We're starting to see more cars out on our roadways. This is a good old look at SPID. People probably headed out to work, school, you name it, at 6:41 this morning. Now, when we take a look at those local roadways, we can see if anything's changed in the past 15 minutes. So Portland to the Harbor Bridge still is moving along with some smooth traffic there. Ocean Drive is looking good as well. We just saw SPID on our Skycam, and while there's plenty cars out, there's still no traffic issues. And looking at Saratoga, we can see a couple of slowdowns very close to Airline Road, as well as a little bit near Christoris. So we'll just keep that in mind. Waldron Road looking good at this hour, and Flower Bluff Drive has a minor slowdown still, and the JFK Causeway is looking good as well. So that's it for your traffic report. More weather on the way.
I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Victoria Valderrama, at Lake Corpus Christi. Like many other small towns in San Patricio County, Mathis gets their water from the lake. Now, city officials are projecting dangerously low lake levels by December. Visitors at Lake Corpus Christi enjoy the water.
Oh yeah, I grew up fishing, hunting, everything outdoors. Everything you can think of, I probably done did.
This young fisherman comes out to the lake almost twice a week. In the last year, he's noticed a change.
Because if you look back there, all the way up to the stones up there by the pier, that's where the water used to be.
The water levels at the lake has been an ongoing discussion and a concern for customers purchasing water from the city of Corpus Christi. Mathis City Manager Cedric Davis has been keeping a close eye on the numbers.
We're one of the cities that purchase water from Corpus, so we keep up with Corpus numbers. and the data that Corpus pulls.
The numbers reveal what can happen in a matter of months.
And all the modules look like come into December, the water levels will be where we'll potentially be pulling mud and dirt along with our water.
The water issue has been a top priority for Davis. As I last reported, the city of Mathis began researching secondary water sources more than a year ago and is now making progress on an emergency water well project near Lake Corpus Christi.
Then we go back to the state and let them know we've acquired all the leases, the permits, and again, we go forward and make the application and get it finalized and then start drilling wells.
The city plans to build at least 2 wells pending the state's review. By meeting the state's requirements, they should start digging wells by late November. In Mathis, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Victoria Valderrama, for Chris 6 News.
Thanks, Vicki. Appreciate it. For more on her story, you can always visit christv.com. And hey, don't go anywhere, folks. Right now, we have a lot of local news coming at you.
Yes, from police in Robstown finding a new way to make neighbors feel safe to the birth of a premature baby inspiring her mom to be a NICU nurse. We have you covered in your neighborhood check-in.
Robstown Police Mike Tamez tells Chris 6 News the State of Texas Emergency Assistance Registry, known as the STEER program, is designed to connect first responders with people in need of help during an emergency. The chief says his officers are taking it a step further. Chief Mike Tamez points out it's not just about signing up through the state's website, but also making sure officers meet residents in person and ask for more information. Gaudencio Larel has lived in Robstown 40 years and tells me STEER could be beneficial to some. The police chief plans to have 2 officers assigned 3 zones covering the west, central, and east portions of the city. Robstown Police plan to do a 6-month evaluation for people who are registered to make sure their information is current.
I'm Tony Jaramillo, your neighborhood news reporter on the South Side. This week is Neonatal Nurses Week. For Larissa Gonzalez, her son being born premature at 29 weeks went from a challenge to a calling.
He came 2 months early, so he was admitted here immediately from birth.
A NICU stay at Driscoll Children's Hospital. Larissa Gonzalez's son Caleb stayed about a month, and she had an outcome she never expected. Larissa became a NICU nurse 6 months later for a full circle moment. Gonzalez tells me every day is a mission to give her patients and the parents the same compassion her family received. On the South Side, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Tony Jaramillo, Chris 6 News.
Alrighty, well, we have a live look outside. Our CCC camera overlooking Snoopy's Pier, starting to see our sunrise of the morning. Seeing those beautiful hues there, a little bit of pink, a little bit of blue, looking nice outside. Cars moving along, headed wherever they're headed at 6:46 this morning. We kind of take a look once again at our temperatures for right now across our area. 71 for Cotulla and Hebronville, as well as Alice. 74 here in Corpus Christi, and we're looking at 83 for Port Aransas, 75 for Rockport, 77 for Mathis and the Naval Air Station. So we'll eventually warm up throughout the day. It'll be a little bit of a struggle to get to the 90s, but it's not impossible. We'll have some sun in the forecast for us too. Current winds out of the north right now under 10 miles per hour. Those will eventually shift towards the east this afternoon with a little bit more of our shower activity. Past 6 hours on Doppler radar showing a lot of the showers and thunderstorms over the Gulf before then moving closer to the coast, and then they will move more inland to our more west neighborhoods. So we will take a look at what that looks like on Future Tracker even in the next 20 minutes. So you can see some of that thunderstorm activity is a little bit south of Corpus Christi, but for the most part, we're looking at rainfall along the coast through 11 a.m. After 11, that's when our showers and thunderstorms will move more inland, closer to Alice, Freer, and Hebronville. Wrapping up along the coast a little bit sooner today, closer to that 2 and 3 o'clock hour. For the majority of our neighborhoods, though, we'll be done with our rainfall around 5 o'clock. Those rains will be well to the west and to the south of Hebronville and Falfurrias for us, clearing out overnight into our early Thursday morning. Hour by hour, we'll hang out in the 70s until right around 10 o'clock, and then we'll stay kind of in those low 80s until 12, upper 80s by 1 o'clock, expecting some sunshine sunshine there, breaking into the 90s. We're going to see how well we do with our sunshine. That all depends on that increased cloud cover that we're seeing in overcast skies. Back to 86 there by our 7 o'clock hour. We're looking at highs once again for Corpus Christi between 90, 92 degrees, upper 80s along the coast, also low 90s for Orange Grove and George West. So once again, we'll be sunny with some isolated showers throughout our day. We'll have rainfall again this weekend as well as into the early portions of next week. But for the most part, our rain will be between stray and isolated and maybe even widely scattered this weekend on Saturday. So stick around for more weather.
Chris 6 News celebrates Hispanic heritage.
When it comes to mental health in Hispanic communities, sometimes stigma and silence can get in the way of getting help. I'm Michaela Chavez, and I'll show you how Texas A&M University Corpus Christi is working to expand its resources right here at home in the next couple of years.
We have found overwhelmingly that there aren't a lot of services specifically tailored to their needs.
That's why the university launched a new online program this fall, the Master of Science in Professional Counseling, Hispanic Mental Health Counseling. Its goal? Break down social barriers, what others call stigma.
People are worried about being ostracized or others thinking that they are crazy.
Department Chair of the Counseling Department, Michelle Hollenbaugh, says the biggest challenge is in the home.
Sometimes things can come into play like machismo, things where they might think that they're going to be seen as weak.
It's something sophomore Max Rangel says he's seen his whole life.
I'm from a Hispanic heritage, so yeah, it's definitely, you keep it to yourself and stuff like that.
He admits he's never sought counseling before coming to Corpus Christi.
Definitely dealt with that myself, and from everything from, emotional passings from family members and stuff like that, and dealing with it here on campus is definitely a struggle to us students.
So far, 5 students are in the program, training with Hispanic individuals, couples, and children, while also learning Spanish terminology and Latin cultural history.
There are lots of different backgrounds who are considered Hispanic, right? And so because of that, wanting to be aware of that and learning that each individual client is going to come in with their own level of acculturation and needs.
In fact, Hollenbaugh says most of the students are people who already live here looking to give back, something Rangel says he now realizes can make a big difference.
Having those opportunities and stuff like that is key for us. It keeps us going, keeps our heads straight within our work, not so much on our daily struggles and stuff like that.
TAM-UCC offers free and low-cost counseling to all community members at their Natural Resources Center. You can schedule a face-to-face or a virtual appointment by calling 361-825-3988. Reporting in the studio, I'm Michaela Chavez.
Now, 6 things to know before you go.
House Republicans have released a proposal to fund the government through November 21st to avert a government shutdown at the end of this month. The 7-week stopgap bill would buy more time to negotiate a broader deal. The plan is not bipartisan, though, and contains no provisions that Democrats want. Most House Democrats are expected to vote against the proposal. If so, that would force House Speaker Mike Johnson and Republicans to deliver the vote on their own. House leadership hopes to vote on the bill Friday, the last day before Congress leaves for a week-long recess for Jewish holiday.
The suspect charged in the assassination of Charlie Kirk appeared virtually in a Provo, Utah courtroom on Tuesday. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson is being charged with aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm, and a handful of obstruction charges. Robinson has yet to be appointed an attorney. His next hearing is scheduled for September 29th. The Utah County Attorney has said he will seek the death penalty.
Former director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is expected to testify today. Dr. Susan Moranes will go before a Senate committee on health to answer questions about the agency and Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. According to her alleged prepared testimony, Moranes will share details about what she says is RFK Jr.'s push to put politics before public health. The Department of Health and Human Services has not commented on Moranes' claims.
If you receive money from the federal government, you only have a couple of weeks left to make sure you can get it digitally. The Treasury Department plans to stop issuing paper checks for most payment on September 30th, and that includes to Social Security beneficiaries. More than 500,000 Social Security recipients need to choose another way to receive their Social Security benefits, and that can be either direct deposit or through a prepaid debit card. You can request a waiver if you still need to receive a paper check, though.
There will be some road closures overnight related to the Harbor Bridge project. Crews are working to install overhead signs. The northbound Crosstown flyover to southbound I-37 will be closed tonight until tomorrow morning. There will also be some partial frontage road closures. Be prepared for detours if you plan on driving through that area tonight or tomorrow morning.
City crews have been working to upgrade the traffic signals at the intersection of Staple Street and McArdle. The new traffic signs will be up and running after testing is completed today. Drivers should expect daytime closures at the intersections while crews test and remove existing traffic signals. Over the next month, crews will be working on various upgrades to sidewalks and crosswalks in the area.
Okay, so OpenAI is revealing how people really use ChatGPT rather. OpenAI studied 1.5 million chat logs from May 2024 to June 2025, and it found people now use the tool mostly for personal needs, not work. Researchers say more than 70% of prompts involve schoolwork, fitness tips, or writing help. Most ChatGPT users are women, and nearly half are ages 18 to 25. The report shows ChatGPT is also becoming a substitute for web searches. Other uses include coding, product research, and even relationship advice.
All right. You got to question if your relationship is solid if you're asking ChatGPT about relationship advice. Sorry to put it out there.
Sometimes people, they just need to be reaffirmed of things that they may already know.
That's true. And I will say on the search note, I've used ChatGPT instead of like Google and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's a lot better because it actually cites the sources, and when it gets down to the nitty gritty and not all of the ads and the sponsored links and whatnot. So.
Yeah. And Diamond and I talked about this yesterday. We're using it for recipes for Brian to take care of his health.
Yeah.
So we're looking for, low sodium, low methionine.
This veggie burger that it had us make from scratch. Oh,
so good, Chef's
point.
Kiss.
Yes, very good.
We were talking about that. I mean, I use ChatGPT. I think it's helpful. Or, we were talking about it too, Michelle. It takes the brain part out of it sometimes when you just need to get a quick search going.
Yeah, exactly.
You want a quick response. Yeah. So, now I don't know about the relationship advice part. I won't speak on that. But we do have our wonderful look at our CCC camera, and we're starting to see our sunrise. So happy Wednesday morning. We're starting to see more of the yellow tones. We had a little bit of pink and blue in the mix, still a little bit of blue. Now, once again, we are seeing some shower activity close to the coast. As far as today, most of that rainfall along the coast will be our bulk of it. We actually end pretty quick today as far as rain chances. Temperature and feel likes, we're at 74 here in Corpus Christi, same for Rockport, 72 for George West and Freer in San Diego, and 71 for Alice and Hebbronville, 83 at Port Aransas. North winds right now across the majority of our neighborhoods under 10 miles per hour, 6 for here in Corpus Christi, increasing this afternoon with a little shift to the east. Now, Doppler radar showing us the last 6 hours. We could see some of that shower activity closer to Corpus Christi, a little south of Corpus Christi. We'll continue to see some of that rainfall through our 8 and 9 o'clock window. And after that, that's where we'll see more of the rain move inland into our early afternoon hours. So wider scope, you could see a lot of the activity and energy over the Gulf, moving a little bit inland and once again a little south of Corpus Christi. So in the next 3 minutes, we're looking at more rainfall closer to Corpus Christi and along our coast there, our coastal neighborhoods, and into our 11 o'clock hour, you start to see it extend a little bit more inland towards Alice and Freer, Hebbronville into 2 o'clock, and even 3 o'clock. We're cleared along the coast. Rainfall still exists south of Hebbronville and Falfurrias through 5 o'clock, but then we clear for the evening into our Thursday. Thursday's rain chances look fairly low for the most part, mostly sunny conditions there. And hour by hour, We hit the 80s closer to 10 o'clock this morning, lasting until 12. Upper 80s by 1 o'clock, also lasting until 2. We'll break into the 90s with sunshine as we break up some of that cloud cover back to those 80s by 6 o'clock. So once again, with this feel like temperatures will hit around 96, 97 in the warmest part of our day between 2 and 4 p.m. Now, this is our good old boy Tucker for our dog walk forecast, looking at those temperatures in the 80s once again, but we still have to walk our furry friends. Rain chances increase again this weekend for Saturday and Sunday and even into early next week. Once again, those rain chances look pretty low for our Thursday. But once again this week, just keep your umbrella on standby because we still have rain in the forecast through the weekend.
Good to know, Diamond. Thank you so much. And folks, once again, thank you so much for joining us on this edition of KRIS 6 Sunrise. We hope to see you tomorrow again. Have a good one. Bye.